From the lanes in downtown Amesbury, this is Classic Candlepins. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to Ladder Championship Week here on Classic Candlepins. I'm Mark Ritchie. This is Nick Zeffalato. And last week, Chris Sargent beat out Jim Ayotte pretty heftily. And now he comes back and faces the number 1 seed, Nick Norcross, through 665 in his 5-string qualifier. Chris and Nick were 2 of the top qualifiers in the last roll-off, and now they're going to do battle today. Nick, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about Nick Norcross?
Absolutely. Nick Norcross is 24 years old. He's got a high league average of 125, high single of 210, a high triple of 456, and he bowls out of Woburn.
Excellent. Yeah, that high 210 down at Woburn, that's a special thing when you put your name on the wall in a place. But he's going up against a guy who has his name on the wall in multiple places, including the biggest wall, the world record scoreboard. Tell us about Chris Sargent.
Chris Sargent, he's got a high league average of 130, a high single of 245. High triple of 530. He's 45, but he looks 29, and he comes from Haverhill.
So we'll watch these 2 young men do battle right after this when we catch you on the flip side. Welcome back, everybody. First string action. Chris Sargent versus the number 1 seed, Nick Norcross. Sargent, go right ahead. Get him going. Saji's coming off of a big victory last week. He beat Jimmy Ayotte 376 to 302.
Championship week.
There we go. Number 1 versus number 2. Championship week. Saj starts with a spread eagle.
Oh, yeah, just missed.
Chris didn't have any huge scores last week, but he's just very consistent all the way across. 376 was enough. Starts with a 9.
376 is a good score.
Yes, it is. And speaking of score in this match, this will be the seeding for the Tournament of Champions.
Oh, wow.
Chris must have heard me. Threw a strike instantly. Now we get our first look today, anyway, at young Mr. Nick Norcross. Very talented young bowler.
Look at this.
24 years old. Ton of composure, ton of poise. Starts out with a big 8 drop.
Oh.
Throws it and takes out the front one. That wood was really strange. It was kind of cap on in the front.
I thought that was a good read, Mark.
Yeah. It's hard to get around it, so sometimes you can just try to stuff it, and just didn't work out so good, but that's all right. He cleans up his 10. And after 1 box, he's winning by 1. Most obscure stat of the day. Yeah, we'll try to keep it light back here. Nicky crushed the head pin again. Carried that corner pin, leaves a check mark on the left. 2, 4, 5, 7. Looking to match the strike that Chris put up. And
just missed left.
by. Yeah. And 9 box. That's been a pretty popular starting 2 boxes around here today for the most part. 19, 10, 9.
Seems like it, yeah. Sprinkling a couple spares and strikes, you know.
Oof. Chris buried the head pin right on the face. Had the spread eagle for a minute, but then the 7 pin fell down, so 5 on the first ball. And that wood stayed up. next to the 2-pin up.
Oh!
And skipped it off the line a butt. He got 8 on the strike.
Got it all set up for the 10.
That was set up
Gets it.
beautifully for the 10. And Chris is off and running.
Wow.
Pounds the headpin again.
Look better than that. Look at this. Oh.
Gave it a good run. Chris is 45. We were giving him some grief in the beginning of the show. We said he looked at 29. That was fantastic. He's an avid hunter, loves golf.
I'll bring
By that
Sargent
grunt,
to...
he does not like 8 boxes. I'm sure he'll do something about that next time he gets up there.
Yes, of course he will.
Yes, he will. You get another
Nick
good look
Norcross.
at Nick Norcross. Nick hits the headpin.
Much
Leaves
like what your Sargent left up.
Yeah. Mirror image. Nick's 24. Lives in Woburn. Works at the Lanes down in Woburn. Fine establishment down there. He's not married, but he put here he's with his amazing girlfriend, Kelsey. Kelsey is awesome. Been friends with her for a long time. I've never seen Nick happier since he's been with her. She always follows him to the tournaments and does everything. She's a good kid.
I heard somebody awesome set them two up.
Who's that?
I don't know.
I didn't know anything about that.
Some guy.
Some guy?
He's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah? Did he have the best beard in Candlepin?
Some will rumor that, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, big 9. Wood came rolling at it, but just didn't take it. And that was going to be close, but it didn't matter anyway. The wood went one way and the ball went the other.
Gets for a 10.
Definite $10. Nick also has an extensive TV record. If I do the math right, he's 10-8 in all of his TV appearances. But meanwhile, as Chris throws his first ball, he missed the headpin, but he got a phenomenal break. Everything carried. He's left with just the 10-pin. And some wood on the side helped it out nicely. And Chris has another spare.
Bonus ball coming up. Oh!
Crushed. 9 pins.
Great ball by Sargent.
My word. I hope he didn't blink when he hit that ball, hit the pins. Nice 64 half. That's solid.
It's all over it.
All over that 10 pin.
That brings Sargent to 74 through 6. He's got a bonus ball coming up after Nick Norcross finishes up his 2.
Nick's going to try to put the pressure right back on Chris. A couple marks of his own. Left that one out to the left. And a 6 drop. 3 in the front. And that 8 pin hanging around in the back.
Miss left.
That 8 pin's gone. Still has 3 in the front. He's got to clean these up. Got 2 of them. And 9. Thank you for joining us, wherever you are around the world, America, Canada, anywhere else that watches Classic Candlepins on YouTube. We thank you very much. Every like, every subscribe makes the channel grow. Lets us know we're doing a good thing here. We really, really appreciate it. We love bringing you all the best bowlers in New England. Old style, scratch matches, no handicap. Just elite bowling at its best. And Nick punches out head pin for a 9. 54 for 6. So Chris is up by 20 pins plus a ball after 6. But again, it's very early. It's still only first string. Still 24 boxes to go.
Yeah. A lot more bowling to go.
Yes. But this is Chris Sargent. He hits the headpin perfectly in the pocket.
He looked dangerously good leaving his hands.
And he carried it because I said nothing. I'm 2 for 3 when I don't say anything. Oh, the boys are 2 for 3, I should say.
Told you, it's working.
I'm telling you. It's good numbers.
A little light on the head pin, but
Oh, we got a couple little extra trips.
very interesting leave. Oh, but he's got some...
It's kind of floating off to the side. It's the 2 and the 9. Not a standard combination, but handled it very easily.
Beautiful shot. Nothing that Chris Sargent can't handle.
Nope.
Brings him to 110 through 8, plus a bonus ball. And, Nick's got his work cut out early. Just off the head pin.
A 4 horseman on the left. Plus that 9 pin. That sleeper is always the problem pin. Oh, not this time it wasn't. Carried out the sleeper, but left the corner pin, left the 7.
We mentioned in an earlier broadcast, it always seems like you leave one pin on that leave.
Yep. No matter how well you hit it, no matter how solid or how light, to get the pins moving, it just always seems like one pin says, nope, not leaving. I like it here. Nicky's just off the head pin here, the first few boxes. The last few boxes, I should say. I've known Nick a long time. There's very few guys that love this game as much as he does.
Yeah, he's very passionate about the game.
Very much so. He also has another avid hobby that he loves immensely. He collects model and toy trains.
Oh, yeah.
He has an extensive collection of them. We were having a very deep discussion about Thomas and Friends one day. My son used to watch that show all the time, and he was telling me about all the engines and...
Two fill.
Even though that was only a 2, that extends his lead to 40 after 8 boxes.
It's a big lead to have.
It really is. Chris is an unbelievable veteran presence on the lane. I don't care how good you are, how many times you've bowled. Once those TV lights turn on, there are certain guys that just turn it on. Chris is one of those guys.
Hell, he's
been there and done it too many times to say he doesn't know how.
He's got more TV appearances than the rest of the ladder combined.
Oh, guaranteed.
He's been doing this for a long time now.
That's tough. He's only 29.
That's right.
Chris. He hit the head
going
pin.
for it.
He really was. He left 3 pins standing, the 3 pin, the 4, and the 7. He tried to cut the 3 over. Missed it by less than a piece of paper, but that's still an 8 for a 128. Yeah, he just came back and said he thought he made it. I think a lot of us thought he did too. That was close.
He didn't miss by much.
No. There's Nick. He really needs to put 1 or 2 up right now.
There it is, Mark. There it is.
There it is. That is one good way to get some confidence.
No better time than now. He's going to want to get as many as he can and just carry it into the next game.
First bonus ball. Only gets 2.
Seems like he's having a hard time grabbing the ball.
That was a better ball, but he only carried 3 extras, so it's 5 fill. and 9 in the box for 96. So it'll be a 32-pin lead for Chris Sargent going into the second game. Nick Norcross will lead us off. Right when we come back, see you on the flip side. Welcome back. Second string action coming your way right now. Number 1 seed, Nick Norcross, versus number 2 seed, Chris Sargent. Winner advances to the Tournament of Champions later this summer. The second string, so the high seed will lead off. Nick finds the head pin with his first ball here. That's got to be a big confidence boost for him. Kind of lost it towards the end of the second string, so take a little break, come back out.
That's it. Yeah. Just forget that first game and come back.
Yeah, it was a tough one for him. And I think he did forget the first one. Comes right out with the good spare in the first box. Mixed triangle.
Stupid triangle.
Whatever, Sacchetti. Whatever. Here he is. Big bonus ball in his hand right now.
Oh.
Oof. It is amazing how that can happen.
Still confuses me.
Put it on the 3-pin and only got the 3-pin for a 1 fill, unfortunately. He's going to try to get 3 of these, make it at least equal out to 2 10 boxes. Sometimes that's how you got to look at it, and that's a great job. That's exactly what he did. Sometimes you got to look at it that way. Take a bad break, but always make a bad fill equal at least 2 10 boxes.
A good friend of mine, Mongo, known as Mike Thoreau.
Mike Thoreau, I remember Mongo.
Great guy. He
good guy. Haven't seen him.
Oh, he's
in
an
a long
awesome
time.
guy.
Next time you see him, tell him I said hi, please.
He's
It's been a long
rehabbing
time.
from a hip injury.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he should be back soon, hopefully.
Good.
But
It's good.
either way, he was one that really kind of explained the importance of grinding every pin out. Mm-hmm. You know, he always told me, you never know when those pins come back. And he's
Every one of
entirely
those
right.
grind out pins are going to help you in the end. That's a 9 for Chris. Every pin you leave standing now is one extra one you got to get later. There's only so many to get.
Look at this little late action here, Mark.
Chris went real light on the head pin, but got some good favorable action. Staring at the 5-7. Piece of wood way out in the front, nice and flat. Another
I don't know
piece
how much I like that,
resting on
though.
7. Oh. I think you wanted to be a little bit more right with that ball.
Yeah.
More right on the pin. But it cleans up 10. 19. Nick cuts 1 pin off the lead. I'm sure that he's not thinking about that at all.
As we were talking earlier, Mark, it's funny how the Worcester is so easy to take out on your first ball, but so difficult on your second.
Mm-hmm. It seems like if you miss the head pin enough, like that's going to happen more often than not.
Right.
But the moment you see it for a spare or a 10, you might as well just push the button, give yourself a 9 box. Nick takes 8. Although here on Clap, we definitely are not telling you to push the button after 2 balls. I was making a facetious supposition. There's Nick's first ball.
There it
That's
is.
the
Hit
first
it.
ball.
Ooh. Great bounce back.
9 pins down. Just the 10 pins staring at him. And
He's got it.
yes. Right on the face. Gives himself a good spare to work on later. Here comes Chris Sargent right back at you. Huge first ball.
Dirty 10 pin.
Thought that 10 might fall over. Got hit pretty hard.
I thought it was going to fall over.
But instead, oof. He had 2 on the left and then the 10 on the right, but took out the front pin on the 2-pinner. Does the smart thing, goes after the pin that had the wood in front of it for the 10. Left the 2-pin standing though, so it will be a 9. Chris takes a walk over to lane 6. Fires. And 10 pins horizontal.
Big bomb.
And here we go. He matches the mark that Nick put up. Nick's got to have a good fill here.
And he does. Look at this.
Really good.
Oh.
Another 10 pin. Almost the same leave everything. Almost same wood. He had 2 in the gutter last time. It's just 1 now.
That's right.
Fires right at it.
Right at it. Perfect.
Again.
What a great shot by Nick.
That's 2 big single pin conversions in a row. Fires again. Hits the head.
Carry
pin.
it. 7 fell.
Little solid, so he didn't get such a good breakup, but he still carried 7. A 64 half.
He's got that piece of wood behind the single, though. I don't think that's what he was trying to do.
No, he wasn't aiming for that. He only gets 1 of them, the 8. He's having a considerably better game than last game, though. Should look at that as a positive anyway.
Something to work off of.
I'd rather have it go up, up each string than down, down.
I think all of us would agree.
Every time. Chris fires.
Oop.
Drops. It was 7. Messenger came back, took 2 more out. Just a 3-pin. Piece of wood's behind it, but he still has to hit the pin first. And does. With ease. Spare on strike. Big bonus ball.
Wow.
Chris is in that zone. Fires right at the 2-pinner. Makes it. That's 3 in a row.
Bonus money.
Nah, we don't do that here. They're not good enough to do that. Can't do that.
Give him a bag of popcorn then.
Bag of chips. Saji wanted a soda earlier. We can do that. Get free sodas.
Yeah, we'll work with the chips first.
Okay. All right. Chips and sodas at Classic Candlepins. Nick takes out 5 on the first ball. Big chunk in the center. No splash. Everything just drove straight back. Still staring at 2 pins. Still staring at 2 pins. 80 after 7. Like I said before, it's still considerably better than the last game. 2 out of 3 marks, and he can still be well over 120.
Yeah, he's just got to finish big.
That's right. That's
one way to do it. It's a great start.
The hammer in the foundation frame. It's a great job by the young man. Chris on a spin. Throws a huge ball directly in the middle. Only got 2, punched the 1 and the 5 straight back. I saw the look on his face when he was walking back for the next ball. I was almost afraid for a minute, like for my life. He didn't look happy.
I wouldn't be happy either. How often you punch the 1-5?
Not often.
He gets a decent out of it.
That is a great out. You take 7. light on the head pin with that ball. And yuck. 3, 7, 9, 10. 3 on the curtain as hot as possible.
So Nick's got a big opportunity here.
There, door is open. The door is very open. 93 through 8. Nick is already at 90 through 8, but he's on 2 bonus balls for a strike here, so he has a chance to take a bite out of this. Try to get a few pins back for himself. Fires.
Oh, he's got a working ball up. Not a bad leave.
No, not at all. Missed a head pin. Got 7. He's staring at 3, the 1, the 3, and the 6. Throws it.
And he gets it, Mark.
Right down. That's 10 fill.
Very timely 10 fill for that matter.
He's putting the pressure right back on Chris.
He's doing a great job bouncing back from that spare 1 start for sure.
Yeah. It might have seemed like after the 96 you get your first spare, you think it's changing. And then you get that 1 fill, but he's put a few together. He missed a head pin again, got 7 again. The exact same leave, 1, 3, 6.
He just made this. He can do it again for sure.
And throws it and just goes outside of the head pin. Just missed. Takes out the back 2 for a 9. 126. It's an excellent bounce back after the 96 in the first game. 30 pins better every game. I wish I could go up 30 pins every game. That'd be great.
We'd all be, we'd all be
untouchable
at this game.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
Chris right back on the head pin. Has not missed it much. Leaves himself to 3 and the 10. Wood in between.
Great shot.
All over it.
Sargent trying to answer him.
He matches the mark put up by Nick in the 9th box, but Chris left that ball to the right. Still carried 6.
Oh, just missed.
Can't pick up the mark. So Nick will gain a few. And depending on the 3rd ball, Chris takes 8 for 117. Well, Chris Sargent, 245 for 2, not 1 this time. And Nick Norcross is 222. So Chris Sargent has a 23-pin lead going into the 3rd and final string to decide who is going to the Tournament of Champions later on this summer. And we'll all find out together right on the flip side. Welcome back. String number 3. This is the championship match of the 4th ladder of this season here. I'm with my good buddy Freshie.
Freshalicious.
Freshalicious. He is Freshalicious.
Oh,
Chris Sargent. God. We're here with Chris Sargent and Nick Norcross too. And Chris just got upset that I didn't say his name first, so he threw a huge strike.
Unfavorable leave.
Yeah, missed the head pin to the left, but it's still not bad. The 1, the 3, and the 6. This is a very important string for both of our bowlers.
Oh, no.
Both of them have the seed scoring in their mind. Their scores here will determine whomever wins their seeding in the Tournament of Champions. Chris Sargent's out in front by 23 pins coming into the game. So Nick has his work cut out for him. He's got something to do here. Hits the head pin real light.
You know what, though? He's got a nice piece of wood.
He did. A lot of those lights hit have been coming back and breaking things up, but that one didn't do so much. But he's got a nice piece. There is a nice piece of wood in the back. Missed the object, though. Still staring at 2 pins. Took out the back one for a $9. Gets himself going. Nick's been on several of our ladders in the past. Part of a new crop of young mid-20 age bowlers that are going around and taking the reins and becoming the next great generation in the game. There's a whole lot of guys, real young, real talented. It's good to see them all coming out, trying out for the show, making shows, making TV appearances.
Nice 10 by Nick.
It's all part of the process. But here's a man who knows how to get it done right here. He's gotten it done several other times, several events. Chris Sargent. A little heavy on the head pin there.
Ball looked better than that.
Really did. It came in nicely.
Oh!
Takes out the left side, too. And there's the right side, too, for 10.
Oh!
Massive first ball. 9 pins instantly. There was a piece of wood going after that 7, but just kind of spun off the back of the plate.
I don't know how that pin stood up.
Oh, it's gone now. You can't stand up to that for too much longer. Hit the pin that hard. Spare in the 4th. Sitting right behind Nick as he throws that ball in lane 7. It looked like that ball fell out of his hand. Still left with a bunch in the middle. Head pin involved.
Outside. Oh.
Buries the head pin. Just drove it straight back.
Good
There's
10.
10. Pinning well. 29 after. He's only left 1 stick standing.
There it is, Mark. Look at this.
Awesome
Oh, he
ball.
got it.
10 pins. Horizontal, baby.
Great ball by Nick Norcross. And very timely indeed, Mark.
Very timely. Matches the spare put up by Chris. He'll be filling that right now.
Just off the head pin.
Just slid by. 5 in the fill, though. A respectable 53 after 4.
Oh.
It didn't even look like he hit that pin full. I thought he hit it on the outside.
I thought he hit it
Carry
good,
a
too.
couple. That's what we get for thinking, I guess. Nice 9 for Chris. 62 half. Talking about seeding for the Tournament of Champions. There have been 3 ladder series winners already. Today will be the 4th. Leading our ladder right now is Jeff Surratt, 395. He actually beat Chris in the last men's ladder. That's probably why Chris came back to get a little bit of revenge later on this summer. Hope as best that he can. Sitting in second right now is Jay Simino from ladder 1. He beat Brian Fuller Jr. in the championship match. As Chris leaves up an 8. 70 after 6. And sitting in third right now is Tina Ward, who won the ladies' ladder last month. She beat Jess Stockton in the final match.
Oh,
Ladies'
he just
ladder,
missed it.
The women do only bowl against the women, but the winner of the ladies' ladder will bowl against the men in the tournament.
Anybody that knows Tina Ward knows she can hang with any bowler.
I think any of the women that came for the ladies' ladder last month could hang with any of the guys.
Yeah.
I think any one of them could bowl. Any one of them could win. Tina won her first round match last year.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There may be certain advantages that some of the guys have, but this is not a guys will always win match kind of a game. Not at all.
He carries the corner, but will he get more?
Oh,
He does.
tripped out the 2, but it kind of pushed that wood back. That might take a walk off the back of the deck. It does.
He throws the right kind of ball for this leave, though.
It does. Hit the head pin on the right side of it.
Wow.
Banged it right down at the 10 pin. It missed it by not much, and that will be a 9. So through 6, Chris Sargent has 70, Nicky Norcross has 66. So Sargent's added 4 pins. Leads back up to 27. Chris Sargent.
Wow.
That's called dime time, ladies and gentlemen.
It's called authority.
Yeah. Chris is a prime time player. He knows when the stakes are high, it's time.
He knew that was not heading to the head pin.
He turned away as soon as he threw it. But second ball up and coming. Ooh.
Wow. He gets a 4 fill, which is very uncharacteristic.
Very. And then only
Even more uncharacteristic. So Mark kind of opened the door for Nick a little bit here.
Yeah, quite
It's just a bit.
I mean, Nick's going to need 4 massive marks.
Yeah,
But
he will.
it's possible. Anything is possible.
That ball looked very good.
Beautiful 8 drop. And we got a wood rolling way up. Our cameraman, Eric Jones, is going to get on and take a look-see at it. It looks way out. He'll grab that out. Thank you, Eric. Nice clear shot at it right now. And just skimmed by. And that'll be a 9. Nick. Nope. We'll have Eric throw that pin back in the rack. There we are. Nick off the head stick to the left again.
Oh, Mark, he's already gained 2 pins for this box.
And, wow. Bent the head pin around both of the other 2 back pins, and they kicked forward the most back one, the 6 pin.
Man.
But left the 3. So Nick is a 10. 85 through 8. Now here's Chris at 89.
Got a 26 pin lead.
He has to get himself to 135 to pass Jay Simino for second place. Oh, that was that half Worcester shot with the 2 pins, and it just didn't carry. Ten there. So Chris cannot get to 135 now.
A little sweep across.
However,
Nope, not going to touch it.
That was a great shot.
Awesome shot.
That was a great shot. Just stuffed it home. So 109 in the ball. Big ball right there.
Wow.
Carries 7 for 116. A 2-game total at 361. And Nick Norcross needs to get it to 139. And he cannot do it. So Chris Sargent is our 4th ladder series champion of the season. Nick leaves us $7. He will be the 4th seed as of right now with 1 ladder left to go.
Looking forward to the next ladder.
I think it's going to be a good one. Very last ladder. A lot of guys going to come out fighting for the last. There's Nick with a spare in the last box. Made a nice 2-1. 102 plus a ball. Great showing by Nick. He's got nothing to be disappointed about. Excellent ball. 9 on it. 111. And Chris Sargent has won the match 361 to 333. He's a 4 seed as of the moment in the Tournament of Champions. And we will be right back to talk to both of our bowlers. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're right. He is the 3 seed. He's the 3 seed. But we will be right back anyway to talk to both of our bowlers after we catch you on the flip side. Welcome back to Classic Candlepins. I'm Mark Ritchie along with Nick Zuffolato again. We have Nick Norcross here, the runner-up today. Nick had a great match. Lost a head pin for a while, but I mean, that's Chris Sargent.
What is the head pin? I don't even know after today. I don't even.
It's in the middle.
Yeah.
You were on it a lot, but
5 pin's the toughest pin to hit on your first ball.
it's impossible. The 5's the worst pin to hit in the world on the first ball. I'm glad you came back. I'm glad you gave it another run. Little tiny bit short, but 1 more ladder to go, so I hope maybe to see you back. Good luck.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
Freshie.
Nick, I thought you bowled great today. I mean, you did lose the head pin, but I mean, there were some shots I think that you just, you didn't have any luck on, but nothing to hang your head in shame about. You bowled great. You gave it a grind, and definitely can't wait to see you again.
Thanks.
All right, good
Nice
stuff
job today.
Thank you very much. Good job. Nice try today. Sargent, come on in, buddy. He's trying to hide in the back and not have to be on camera.
Yeah, 29-year-old.
The best-looking 29-year-old I've ever seen.
Great.
Nice job today, buddy. Way to get in the tournament. Was this a little bit of I'm coming back at you for Jeff?
Well, yeah. I mean, I just wanted to make it in, so I think the show's great. So
Thank you,
obviously I came back and tried again. I got a lot of good breaks. So the 2 bowlers, Nick and Jim, they didn't get any breaks. They
Not really, no. They both bowled pretty good in spurts, but the breaks just didn't go their way. But that's what happens sometimes. You've been under the lights a whole lot of times. You just maybe a little more calm. Maybe just the pins fell better.
No, they did. They definitely felt a lot better for me. I mean, obviously, if they got breaks, either one of them two, they would have just did the same to me. So
Absolutely, without a doubt. You never let off the gas pedal once you put your foot on it, ever. Freshie?
Sarge, I mean, what else to say? You're the champ. You bowled awesome. You beat Jim. You beat Nick. Made some shots that were unbelievable at times. And congratulations. You're going to the Tournament of Champions. Well-deserved victory.
thank you.
Absolutely, buddy. So 3 seed in the Tournament of Champions, Chris Sargent, 361. He'll go along with Jeff Surrett, Jay Simino, then Chris Sargent, Tina Ward. Next ladder series coming up, we'll find our 5th and final entrant in the Tournament of Champions. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe the video. Comment on anything that we've said or anything that we've done. If you watch us on Amesbury Community Television, make sure that you hit up their Facebook post and Facebook page, rather. Let them know how much you like us. And our page on Facebook as well, Classic Candlepins. Put up a post, comment anytime. I'm Marky Pins. For Freshie and the entire crew, Chris Sargent, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next ladder with Classic Candlepins.